It was exactly 6 years ago today that Meghan Markle swept down the aisle to marry Prince Harry in a lavish ceremony at Windsor Castle. The whole of the royal family packed into St. George's Chapel to see the couple exchange vows while Meghan wowed in her stunning Givenchy wedding gown. The day seemed to go off without a hitch, which proved to be a relief to many, as the lead-up to the beautiful day had seen some tension, especially when it came to Meghan's dad. With less than a week to go before the main event, Meghan's father announced he would not be attending due to a health scare, leaving the bride with nobody to walk her down the aisle. The now King Charles intervened at the final hour. But his heartwarming gesture left the late Queen not comfortable, a book has claimed. With nobody to walk her down the aisle, Meghan's future father-in-law Charles, who was still Prince of Wales at the time, offered to step in, telling his daughter-in-law he would be honoured to escort her to the altar of the chapel. But writing in her book, My Mother and I, royal biographer Ingrid Seward says, the Queen was not comfortable with the Prince of Wales standing in for Meghan's father, Thomas Markle, and was similarly concerned about a 96-year-old Prince Philip walking down the aisle without a stick, having had a hip replacement only 5 weeks before. After the big day, it later emerged it had been Harry's decision to ask his father to stand in. He recalled in the documentary Prince, Son and Heir, Charles at 70, I asked him to, and I think he knew it was coming, and he immediately said, yes, of course, I'll do whatever Meghan needs and I'm here to support you.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are facing fresh accusations of hypocrisy after accepting 2 free private flights on their Nigeria trip. Nigerian airline Air Peace flew the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and their handful of companions on a 120-seat plane on a 664-mile round trip. The return journey from the capital Abuja to Lagos on May 12 pumping out about 12 tons in carbon emissions. The average annual global carbon footprint is roughly 4 tons per person. Harry and Meghan are known for speaking out against climate change. In 2019, they launched the Travelist Initiative, which urged the tourism industry to be more sustainable. Stanley Oliza, of Air Peace, explained how the Sussexes were given the free flights during their 3-day tour of Nigeria to celebrate 10 years of Harry's Invictus Games. He said, the planes were chartered. It was just the royals and their entourage. They were not flying with other passengers. We understand that they are royals, so we gave them top-tier treatment on board. They were given everything they wanted. It was an exclusive experience. And we flew them back to Abuja in the evening. Everything was complimentary. Air Vice Marshal Abidemi Marquis, Director of Sports for the Nigerian Defence Headquarters, was with Harry and Meghan on the 42-meter Embraer E195, E2, and said, there were maybe 15 or 20 of us on the flight. Mr. Oliza said, the chairman of Air Peace gave Prince Harry and his wonderful wife Meghan free flights to Lagos and back as part of his contribution to the successful hosting of the couple. We discovered the round trip on a scheduled Air Peace service today costs from £321 per person. During their tour, the Sussexes visited a secondary school in Abuja to open an event on mental health, and Harry played a game of sitting volleyball with injured servicemen. The Duke and Duchess also spoke at a reception, and Meghan co-hosted a women's leadership event and revealed a genealogy test showed she had Nigerian heritage. The Sussexes took British Airways to and from Nigeria, but the courtesy flights go against the environmental concerns Harry has often expressed. In 2021, he told Oprah Winfrey, with kids growing up in today's world, pretty depressing, right? Depending on where you live, your home country is either on fire, it's either underwater, houses, or forests are being flattened. And in a 2022 speech to the United Nations General Assembly, he said, our world is on fire again. And these historic weather events are no longer historic. More and more, they are part of our daily lives. This crisis will only grow worse. Yet, while they were still working royals in 2019, Harry and Meghan took 4 private jet flights in just 11 days, which included going to Sir Elton John's home in Nice, France, just days after attending a conference on climate change in October last year. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex flew to the exclusive Caribbean island of Canoan on a private jet. And last week, Harry said he anticipates traveling more to support his various projects in the future. He said, "It is hugely important for us to meet directly with people, supporting our causes and listening, in order to bring about solutions, support and positive change. There's only so much one can do from home and over Zoom, so we look forward to traveling more because the work matters." Harry and Meghan's representatives were contacted for a comment.